Are you someone with do you know what you want? Um, I thought someone was walking over here. Do you know what you want out of this lifetime? Ha- if yes, I'm not sure what I would ask if it's no. Why? I think that's the that's the first thing definitely that came to my mind when if someone would tell me that they don't know what they want out of this life. I'm not sure what to ask them. Well, maybe I would be very curious about how, not why, but how they navigate this entire thing. I would ask them, well, if you don't know what you want out of this life, how do you make your choices? What is the guiding? What guides you, I guess? What guides your everyday life? What guides your hands in sculpting this? If they happen to live in a more comfortable reality, maybe. But if it's someone who is in the third world, maybe I will know why they don't know what they want, because of responsibilities not only to themselves but to others as well. But also, again, people are different. So I would still ask, how do you make your choices? But if yes, if you know what you want, do you sometimes also wish that you just would stop wanting it? Because life would be so much easier if you don't have this strong calling. Life would be so much easier. I guess the person would be more spontaneous, or more like, hey, I can just go there, hey, I can just because there is also an element of, hey, I can just do this. What if I do this with a person who knows what they want? For example, I know what I want, but I also often begin my day with the question, what if I, but then that is also something. I could be spontaneous, but not with the bigger choices. Not with the bigger choice. I can be spontaneous. But not with the, for example, I just realized, today, I can just run away with one of the boatmen. I can just run away, get married, start a family. I can just do that and stay here and live my life here. I can just do it. I have a Filipino passport. I have some kind of fund for it, a little bit, not greatly, but something that will water the soil of a choice if I want to go there. But then, even if well, the thing that because I did meet a kind boatman today. I wouldn't specifically say that's my dad over there. I hope he doesn't see me. I'm gonna hide. He's still there. He's getting some water. He's gone. Our room is over here, by the way, so I cannot be too loud about this. I did meet a kind boatman, and of course maybe it's part of his job to be that kind of extroverted, sociable person that can just establish a connection with someone. I know that. And at the same time, I also know that I have spent enough years on earth, and I have met many people whose job is to be like that as well, extroverted, sociable, and easily, the people person kind of person. I also know that. And it's not it I it's very rare, the feeling I got from him. There is some kind of some kind of feeling that if I put into words, it will not be as substantial as it is in my inner world if I put it in words. But it's something that doesn't happen. I don't know. I cannot honestly recall when this has happened before, or if it has happened before. I'm not sure, because I'm old. I forget some stuff. But yeah, I remember the present, and I remember today, and I remember how I felt. So maybe that's enough for now. And he's the kind of person that feels very sincere and kind. Because there are just these people, you can just, you can feel that they're not being surface level with things, even if it's their job, or they're not being surface level with things. They're really concerned, they're really, you can feel it with the person, because you can also feel it when they're not like that. That, yeah, I'm not sure, maybe it's something intuitive, I guess, or something very subtle that you will miss if you're not paying close attention, I guess. And this person, you can really feel the heart of this person. And that's something, that's, there is a person. That's the reason why I sometimes wish that I would, the things that I want, sometimes I feel like I'm being compelled to do this. Like, why? Like, the things, the ambition, the I feel like I'm speaking through a pinhole, and there's an entire mountain of things that wants to extend its roots through the cracks on the wall of that pinhole. But I know you would understand, so I'm still speaking anyway. Anyway. But yeah, he's kind. I felt it, the kindness. And I also felt the life I could have lived here. I felt it, and then I felt it dissolving, because I know that my ambitions will not let me sleep. And I know that if I stay here, my mind will always be somewhere else, and I would lose access. I would lose access to what exactly? Now that I'm thinking about it, to what? I would lose access to the version of myself that I have learned to love. Because life is very different here. I can't just make a short film. Maybe I could with the phone, but not with the... You know, life is different here. Things get in the way. Basic needs get in the way. And I'm not sure if I can still have the opportunity to. I should stop this sentence. I should stop this sentence. I feel like my life is greatly defined by a lot of choices that I have not been making, a lot of things that I have rejected. I felt like even the unconscious ones, I feel like I have said no to a lot of things. I feel like I have let go of a lot of things without being aware of it. And sometimes something makes me snaps on my face, and like, well, I could have been a mother, I could have been a wife, I could have lived on an island, I could have had this life, but I chose something else, and I'm continuing. And today I chose it again. I but it's a privilege still, because I get to have a choice. That also is another thing, because a lot of people don't have a choice, and I have many. I guess I just wanted to talk about things. I guess I'm not looking for answers. Just wanted this. Just wanted to talk about it because, you know, do you know what you want? Do you say no to a lot of things? Do you also wonder about the things I guess I would call it when you're building some kind of hut, like hut vacation or vacation house. Yes, if you're building some kind of vacation house, there's always those little extra that gets thrown away, whether it's a piece of wood, a piece of steel, a piece of cord, or something. Do you also wonder how different the house would look if you have just made the choice of maybe this hall could be a little bit taller or a little bit shorter, or maybe this window could be a slightly different shade than what I chose, or the corners should have been somewhere else. Those little choices that that greatly influenced how you would feel living inside the home. Do you wonder about that? Have you built your home? Well,